This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live, and we're at the LD Micro Invitational 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me right now is Alex Shead from Pacific Green Technologies Group. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is PGTK. Alex, welcome to SNN.Live.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you on. So for our audience, let's start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Great. So we're an emissions control business. We're a US company with offices in London, Shanghai, and Vancouver.
So let's get a history of the company. When did it start, and how did you develop to where you're currently at today?
So the technology we have for emissions control was invented in 2010, and the company has been in its current format since 2012 when we listed on the OTC market.
So I want to talk about the competitive landscape. What about your company would you say is different and unique when compared to your competition out there?
I would say probably it's two particular factors. So firstly, our technology is very simple, very straightforward. We have some major cost benefits compared to all our competitors, which makes us a really attractive proposition for clients. Essentially, our technology removes the pollutants from flue gas. We're actually a scrubbing company, as it's called, and that's from burning diesel on ships and from coal-fired power plants and waste incineration. And the other key element of the business is that we have a very strong relationship we've had now for 5 years with PowerChina, who are the largest engineering procurement construction company in China. So our capabilities of production are unrivaled in the industry.
And what's the size of the total addressable market for emissions control?
Well, it's in the absolute billions of dollars. Essentially, what we're chasing right now is the marine market. So the International Maritime Organization have brought in regulations from the 1st of January 2020. So that market, we believe, is around $16 billion. The overall market is in the probably tens, hundreds of billions worldwide for emissions on coal-fired power plants, essentially in the developing world and also in the US as well.
And just to clear for our audience as well, by emissions control, do we mean emissions reduction or a matter of taking what emissions are being put out there and trying to reduce the I guess you'd say the waste that's going out into the air?
Yeah. So our business is, we essentially are dealing with incineration. So if you're incinerating diesel or coal or waste or biomass, you're producing pollution. And fossil fuels, burning fossil fuels creates pollution, predominantly sulfur and particulate. So our technology removes that. And so effectively what then comes up the chimney or the funnel on a ship is steam.
And what's your background? I mean, how did you come into all this?
Well, my background is in insurance and risk management. And a colleague, my fellow director, Scott Poulter, and we came across the technology in 2010 in Vancouver. And we saw this as an incredible opportunity. We met the inventor. We saw this as an incredible opportunity to commercialize this around the world. However, you have to wait for regulations, and most countries start off with the right intention of regulations, and then they tend to wave off them and decide to go elsewhere. We focused on China because we thought they would be at the forefront of environmental technologies, which they are. So it's just been a matter of waiting for the regulations, and the marine regulations that are coming in now in 210 days are going to transform the industry.
And then from what you can tell me, what are some of the company's growth drivers? You alluded to this already, but what are some of the company's growth drivers now moving forward?
Well, essentially, the IMO 2020 has given us an enormous opportunity. We've got confirmed orders in the second half of last year of $180 million. We're now producing those and delivering those to our clients. So we are, as regulations come in all around the world, those are our drivers, and they're economic drivers because it enables the power plants to keep going or the ships to be able to trade on beneficial terms compared to their competitors.
And where can our audience go and find more information about the company?
So our website is www.pacificgreentechnologies.com, and we have some videos on there of our technology as well as all the details of the company.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live, and we're at the LD Micro Invitational 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me again is Alex Shead from Pacific Green Technologies. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is PGTK. Alex, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks so much, Robert.